Posse.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Show No Mercy Show with your host, Bodega Joe. We got motherfucking Jojo in the motherfucking house. Shots fired. Jojo. My boy, my man. With the plan, coming in hot.
Plan and stand.
Yeah, that was a little Swamps for you, a little Swamps action. You know, that song is called Kilos off of Ghetto Gospel. Shout out Swamps.
Was that all, was that vocal? Was there any vocals in that at all? Or was
No,
all...
Swamps does a lot of instrumental, and then it's just like a lot of background, like, yo, motherfucker, boom, doo-doo-doo. You know what I mean?
Okay. I heard he won a Grammy for just the vocals.
Yeah, Swamps, dude, he's all up in the Grammys.
I made that up.
No, just kidding. That's fucking knocked loose, dude. Oh, dude, damn, shots fired, knocked loose. Just joking. We love knocked loose over here, dude. And we even like, have you heard Brian Garris, lead singer of Knocked Loose band, Gates to Hell?
Yeah, they actually are on tour with I don't know. Actually, I just saw that. Actually, I sent it to you.
Yeah,
Gates
you
of
did.
Hell's supposed to.
You just did send
Gates
that
of
to
Hell's
me.
supposed to play with somebody else. And actually, tonight, Bring Me the Horizon, or not Bring Me the Horizon. What the fuck?
What happened to them, dude? Jesus. They're like, let's make some fucking money now. Let's stop.
Between the Buried and Me, I don't know why I got them mixed up. But
oh my God! How could you do that?
Between the Buried and Me is playing in Tucson tonight, and they're playing the Alaska album.
In full. That is right. Yeah.
And Protest the Heroes is opening up for them.
Wow, that's a banger, dude. Yeah, it's so funny that I just saw that tour. I just saw that tour get not released, but like I saw that it was a tour.
Yeah.
But like 2 or 3 weeks before that, because I'm on all these deathcore pages now.
Yeah.
Shout out, whatever that. I don't even know. I can't
Arizona
even shout
Hardcore?
them out. No, dude. I follow the deathcore, metalcore.
Don't
fucking.
shout them out. Booze them.
No,
Booze
dude.
them.
I like that. I like that page, dude. I'm getting some love on that page. I get a little bit of hate.
Yeah.
We should go over those messages. I get a little bit of hate on that page, just because I think people are just I have a different approach. Usually I'm trolling these pages, but I had this different approach where I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna try something different. I'm gonna go on there and I'm gonna talk about things that interest me in deathcore. I didn't know they would be so controversial with some people. So I think one of the first things I posted was, I don't know why I'm so into deathcore, but I cannot for the fucking life of me get into Lorna Shore or Slaughter to Prevail, dude. Yep. I just can't fucking do it.
There's Brands of Sacrifice.
dude. And it's like, but I also love things like, I love Suicide Silence. And I started watching recent Suicide Silence stuff. And the lead singer has actually grown on me a lot. Yeah. Like he's just this old gritty, he's got the big long gray beard now.
He's the old lead singer from All Shall Perish.
All Shall Perish, that's exactly right.
And remember when we did that beat, remember we did a Wednesday, we did breakdown for beatdown or whatever. You did tit for tat on that thing. That was one of my songs. Was it's no business going on. And you were like, I did mine, then I did that. You did yours. I did the next one. I did.
Yeah, I remember that episode.
Was All Shall Perish, and they have a bass line. Everything. There's so many good parts to that song. And I think another one I picked was Carnifex too. But yeah, Carnifex is good. But deathcore. Speaking of deathcore, outside the realm of what is, I showed you Enemy.
Okay.
Do you want to swing toward that?
We could swing toward Enemy.
I mean, we're talking about deathcore and all that stuff right now, but not Enemy. Preacher of the Sweep. What is it?
Whoa, what?
The name of that band
that you just showed me?
Yeah, just showed you. Enemy.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
What do you mean? Speaking of deathcore.
Well, no, not speaking of deathcore. I guess not speaking outside of deathcore.
Oh, okay.
Another band that is doing something that's completely different. Not to talk about deathcore. I meant to say the opposite of that. See, that's that dyslexia.
Damn, that dyslexia, dude. I suck my cousin's dick. Suck my cousin's dick.
Once he watched the Kanye thing, he's a rap, dude. I can't even say dyslexic. I said
you gotta say dyslexic, dude.
Dyslexic.
Dude, that's like when you're all fucked up about dick. You get dicks mixed up, but you can't remember.
Oh,
but
man.
no, yeah, that band was really cool. You showed me. What was that? What were they called again?
They were called. The song's called Enemy.
But the band is something.
The band is called
of,
Father of Peace.
Father of Peace. That's right. Let's go and check Father of Peace out here. Father.
Full screen
Peace,
and
full screen mode. I'll send it over there. Enemy. Let's make sure it's not gonna play. Here I go. Look at this, dude. Look how fucking cool I am now. But except for I'm not using my mouse like I should. All right, here we go. All right, so this is a song Jojo showed me. Mm-hmm. Father of Peace. The song's called Enemy. It's not deathcore, but I think
we don't want to spoil it for him. But let's just start playing. I think everyone's gonna know where you're going with this. But keep your influences open because they hit on quite a few different ones.
I get sick just thinking back to all the damage you've done. I don't want to be your friend, your magician or loved one. Don't know if I should, but if I could, I would kick you right out of the car, kick you right out of the country. And if you got hate in your heart, forget me right now. As you leave our town. Forget me right now. Can it be so bad? I remember you hearing it out of my hand. You can be sad. Enemy, you're a part of me. Enemy, you're a part of me. Enemy, you're a part of me. To this day I'm having dreams of reuniting with you. It's the most annoying thing, I know I'm not supposed to. Don't know if I should, but if I could, I would throw you right out of my thoughts, kick you right out of the country. And if you got pain in your heart, forget me right now. As you leave our town. Forget me,
the rim shots.
Forget me right now. Can it be so bad? I remember you hearing it out of my hand. You can be sad. Enemy, you're a part of me. Enemy, you're a part of me. Enemy, you're a part of me.
Haven't noticed the drummer broke his drumstick. I don't know if he broke them on the rim shots or right after the rim shots.
It was on the rim shots, and then it goes into that part. And if you notice, he starts looking around like he's trying to find a drumstick or something.
Yeah. Because he's probably used to having some, but since they're shooting a video, he's probably like, nothing's.
Or he's like, maybe there's one around me. Let me check real quick. But that's actually probably what made this take like the best one.
Cool. Yeah, it's so fucking cool.
Yeah.
Forget me
dude.
Yep. Nice, good stuff. Good
Badass,
stuff.
dude. Love that. Love that jam. Love how he breaks the stick. Love how I love how everybody in that band seems like a real legitimate musician too.
Yeah.
Like the harmonies are fucking amazing. The bass line is amazing. The drumming. I mean, the guy was
very
it.
basic stuff. It's not anything too crazy. It's like what more layer of stuff they could have added, but they didn't. And they're like, let's just keep it. I think a lot of times when you're making music, it's always the basic shit, and you always at the very end of it, you always end up adding so much stuff.
Yeah.
That is a good song where it's just very basic stuff right there.
I don't know how it's not on the radio. I mean, I don't listen to the radio that much, but like bands like this just seem like perfect for like guys like me and you that don't listen to the radio, but also you could see how they could be on the radio and making it super big. Or
they could be on TRL.
TRL, shout out Carson Daly.
Let's go, Carson. TRL
was tied, dude. I remember fucking like running home, dude, to see who was on the top. And at the time, it's so funny. We were talking about new metal earlier. At the time, when I'd be running home for TRL, it'd be because I want to see the new Rage video, the Nookie video when Nookie came out.
Korn did "Falling Away from Me."
Or or Freak on a Leash.
Freak on a Leash.
Was Falling Away from Me with the bullet.
Yeah.
Dude, we should. Yeah, but we'll get there. But
that's a good one.
But dude, just new metal for me at the time. I've listened to so much metal, throughout my childhood, and we've talked about it on podcasts before. But but we never really talked about new metal because new metal is like for the longest time. I don't know if you felt this way, but I had like real metalhead friends that started showing me at a super young age, like Slayer, and they were like metalheads, like the long-haired, black-haired kids, not to be confused with the black kids or black metal, but no, the
big difference.
You know what I'm? Yeah, big difference. But we had one black kid in school. That was about it. Maybe 1, 2. But anyway, new metal, they didn't like it. They were so gung-ho on Slayer, Metallica, Pantera. And so like when I remember being, for some reason, and I think it's because I was really into like whatever was heavy. So, I told you about the Cannibal Corpse story. And then I started listening to what my friends Slayer and Metallica. But then when like Limp Bizkit came out with like Faith.
Yeah.
Gotta have faith. And it was just like, whoa, what the fuck is this? It's not like James Hetfield being like, fortune, fame. You know what I mean? It's like, you're like, whoa, this guy's like fucking screaming. And then like Zach De La Rocha, Rage Against the Machine, dude. He's like, killing in the name. Fuck you, I won't do it. All this other crazy shit. And I'm like, whoa, this is a whole different type of aggression that I never knew that I really fucking loved.
And I think it had new metal had that sense of like where it was kind of hip hop because everyone had usually a DJ or they had a programmer because Deftones they have Abe.
No, Abe, no, not Abe. They have Frank Delgado, dude, shout out.
I don't know why I said Abe. Maybe because I just think of drummers.
Because Abe's a beat machine, dude.
Abe is, they had Frank, and then Linkin Park had their dude. I don't really know his name, but and then Limp Bizkit had their DJ and they even did that song with Method Man, which was really cool.
DJ Lethal. Shout out DJ Lethal.
Yeah. So everyone was doing. I think it has to do with it's kind of mixing, which I'm sure Wikipedia has the exact word for it. But what new metal is I think they were mixing hip hop, which was huge. Obviously, all of our sisters, all they did was listen to hip hop all the time.
Yeah.
So I think that whenever something like that came out, Soulfly, remember Soulfly?
Oh yeah. Dude.
Max Cavalera, Soulfly, Seven Dust, Cold Chamber. So those are all ones that were like a Kitty. That's kind of new metal. It's
kind of new metal. I would say they didn't have a DJ or anything. They were like,
but they had their own like.
But they were in that genre.
Jinkos, hair spikes, Liberty spikes, and really bright clothes, but still wearing dark clothes, which is weird. Bright colors, but dark, like.
Yeah.
It's kind of a different goth look.
And then what I had stuck in my head, and I know this isn't new metal, but it was kind of like they were going on tour with these guys like Korn. I remember seeing them. I think they played with Korn. No, it was Stain. Do you remember Stain?
Oh yes, dude. Stain they were right there too, but after Dysfunctional, they turned into something different.
Kind of country. I don't know. Well, it was more like
now he's like only does country stuff, but Stain. I think that I don't think they really did anything. Remember he went to.
But it was weird. They were going on tour.
Acoustic album. It's been this time. It's been a while.
And it's been a while since I could. Yeah, it was like. Yeah, it was like. That's totally. Like fucking. What's it called? Creed shit.
Yeah, Creed.
It's weird how all those bands are like coming back and they can tour again because like TikTok and like all the shit.
Well, I guess when I was on my sabbatical, when I was away, my brothers went and saw Creed. So yeah, my brother.
It's like a thing now.
My brother went and saw Creed. They all went. Which my brother grew up. My ace was like a huge fan of Creed.
Oh,
bro.
Was he really?
Bro,
I thought he went like ironically.
Creed. No, he liked Creed, which was cool. The good thing about my brother and what he liked is that like he liked what he liked. He didn't jump into crowds at all. So he'd listen to Brand New, and I'd be like, "Wait, you listen to Brand New?" And then all of a sudden, boom, he hit me with like Creed. And then all of a sudden, boom, Dave Matthews Band. I'm like, you're so all over
He's
the
like,
place.
no, check this out. And
He's
it's like,
I like what I like.
Can you take me? And you're like, oh, fuck, my mind is blown, dude. Yeah. Creed. And then but Nickelback is coming back, Nickelback's coming back. Like all these bands are like starting.
It's a good opportunity for them to make a little bit of coin. Because when they go on tour, bro, like it's like when I saw Deftones, bro, the line for the merch table was around the arena.
Oh, I'm sure.
It was a 3.5 hour line to just get merch. So when these bands like that are going back out on tour and they have some pretty cool merch, majority of their money's coming from the merch table, bro. They made, I would have to say, 40. I'm just gonna throw a number out there, and this is not like exaggerating. This is probably not even. It might even be higher, but I would say they probably make $40,000 a night, $50,000 a night in merch.
Yeah, I mean, you would say how big was the arena? You would say, let's just say how big do you think it was?
It was where the Suns play at.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't even know. I can look it up here. I don't even know what is it called? I still know it as
United
America
Airways. It's called something like that. Oh, hold on. Suns Stadium.
How many people does it hold? Because then we could do math.
Yeah.
Because I mean, shirts are $40 a pop, easy.
Yeah, and they had some dope hoodies that were like $80 for the hoodie, and they didn't even have
like
hoodies.
Exclusive for
hoodies.
The tour.
Yeah, they had exclusive stuff.
Because buying merch is everything, especially at like when you're going to a tour like that.
Sun Stadium
capacity.
18,422.
Okay, so let's do.
And you got to think though, they had the floor open, so they had them against the thing, so they had filled the floor up. So let's just say that.
I don't have my calculator.
Okay,
let's say that 8,000. Let's just say 8,000 people bought.
18,000 can fit in there.
Okay, but let's just go low numbers. Yeah. Let's go low numbers. The people that were willing to wait in line for 3 hours. Let's say, do the math. You have your calculator? I don't have one.
It's right here. It's right here.
So do the math. Let's give them more. Let's give them 10,000 people.
Okay.
10,000 times $40.
10,000.
And that's just if everybody bought one shirt. You know, people are buying hoodies for 60.
400.
400K? Fuck.
I could have been way wrong, bro. That's why I said I'm throwing a number, but 400, yeah, it sounds about right, bro. And there's still like stickers and like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's still everything else, but I guarantee, bro, that they made so much money that night.
So yeah, let's just say let's just dwindle that down to $100,000 a night for a tour in North America, not including Europe, not including all the other places that play. Like, dude, these guys are banking probably It was weird.
And they sell beer now. They're like a huge seller of the Belching Beaver. They sell they have their own beer. Stefan has his own marijuana like thing that he does where he sells. He might even own dispensaries. I don't really know. But he has his own marijuana he sells, and then Abe's got these drumming things that he does. I'm just saying, and for them to make the comeback that they did now, bro, they're making so much.
But is it really a comeback? Bro. They've always been around, bro.
No, they've always been around. They've always been big. But like right now, all the young kids, dude, every kid I see now when I happen to just like go to an outdoor mall or when I stop to go get food or something, I'll see a kid wearing like a Around the First shirt.
What?
Or I'll see there's this band that we're gonna talk about, Death Tape, that on there, and the dude's wearing Adrenaline shirt. And I'm
No.
like, oh, bro, Adrenaline shirt with the fat bands and the big jeans. And I'm like, bro, that was like,
that's me.
That was me right there, bro. And identical too. One of them's even wearing the ball necklace. I'm like, oh, bro, the ball necklace.
Yeah, dude. I don't know, man. It's so funny that we bring that up because I was just watching that tour. I was just watching the tour that you were at. I can't remember. I think it was in Austin.
So good.
And I was talking about like just the whole stage now, like with the LED screens and how you were telling me that was like, it was playing like badass images that were kind of going along with the song. Like, I think Drive, they had the fucking, like the birds flying.
Yeah.
Like,
and then Saturday Night Wrist, they had the girl that looks up, you know, the girl on the cover.
Was she like actually doing stuff?
It was like, no, it was like there was like things going on while it was the same shot of like her looking up, but like she was looking up in the sky and the sky was all like all trippy. It was tight, bro.
Yeah, what a cool experience. I'm so glad you were able to go.
Great, especially for, you know, first thing of being around. That was a lot of people to be around, you know. But it was a lot of fun, bro. I had so much fun. And actually Thursday I'm going to see Fall of Troy.
Damn, dude.
Fall
shout
of
out.
Troy. So imagine if you sold out the Nile, say the Nile holds 500 people, and every time we go to a show, what do we always buy a shirt. We always get a shirt of the band, especially if it's a cool one. Yeah. So yeah, I think the majority of people make their money off merch, and they're always out. They always run out, bro.
Yeah.
You know that they're asking their label or whoever their merch person or their PR guy or whatever. Hey, I need you to send us 20,000 shirts. You know, we're already almost to the shirts because sometimes they always run out of the larges.
The thing too with them is that they're not even probably fucking with that. They probably got teams that are like handling all that, handling everything. Like they don't have to do any of that anymore. They just
especially the
come out there
Deftones. They definitely have a whole. Yeah, they have. They're so far. All they're doing is checking their phone, their account whenever the money hits. You know what I
mean? And then you just got to think of like the base pay for that tour. I know that the merch is one thing, but like how much does it really? Like how much does it cost? Like how much do they make off of? Not that it's like super important, but it's just interesting. Like But they put in the work, bro. Like 35+ years or whatever. Yep. I mean, gosh, they've been around since the late '80s, early '90s. It's like. I think Adrenaline was probably like 92, 93.
I think it was a 94. I want to say is when
dude. They've just
Adrenaline came out.
They've been around with the same lineup aside from R.I.P. my boy, fucking Chi Chang.
Yeah, Chi Chang. His birthday was just 2 weeks ago, something like that. Yeah.
And Chino looked good, dude. He looked really good. I think all these dudes are just hella sober now. They probably just smoke some shmee and like just chill and like they just look good.
Try to take care of themselves now, and then being active, takes a toll on the body all those years, and then now being on tour and doing opposite things during tour instead of getting hammered all the time.
Here's another thing I was thinking about. Not aside from the money thing, when I was watching them too, I was thinking about what like some of the more, because Chino's hella active still, and he's 50. He's like 54, 53 years old. And like I was thinking, like, what are these guys doing before, like when they know the tour's coming up a year prior? Are they in the fucking gym?
Yeah, training. I think that now, I know that we were watching that podcast with what's his name from Killswitch?
Adam D.
Yeah, we were watching that, and we were just kind of just like BS, and and I think he even mentioned like being on tour now versus then, where now it's like they.
Oh, sorry about that, dude. My shit busted all over me, dude.
I'm telling you, it's the dick, bro. It's Kanye. Kanye's got us going. You're blasting. You're missing stuff.
Fuck, dude. Blasting it, bro. No, it's all good. But yeah. Talking about a workout regimen.
Workout regimen. I think that's what he mentioned in there was how different it is. They limber up now. And I would treat it just like if you were training for a fight or something. I mean, you're not fighting, but you got to think about it. You're going to be on tour for the next 3 months, and the sleep schedule is probably horrible.
Yeah.
You got to take care of your body in those situations, especially whenever your vocals, bro. I can't even scream. I don't know how you can do it, especially you being a vocalist and screaming like that. There's that video where it's like that guy's like, here, just scream. And he goes to like random people, and they're like, ah.
Oh yeah, I've seen that.
And then everyone's like, see, it's not that easy to scream. And so like when I go to that night, I lost my voice because I was screaming every lyric, but I was like, dude, I'm screaming wrong, obviously. I'm not doing it right because I lose my voice every time I scream. My voice goes out.
Yeah, like you raise your voice for like a little
Anything.
bit of time. Yeah,
every show I go to, my voice is gone.
It's different. I think it's different now. I think there's a lot of like technique. I think there's more technique than people realize in that whole genre of anything where you're like really pushing your vocal cords. But I think a lot of these dudes now, especially like the deathcore bands, are like really hitting from the diaphragm, and they're not really using like throaty stuff, like the throat and like whatever.
It's almost like
a
talking,
tool.
kind of. It's just like it's like technical talking.
Yeah.
Technical death tech talking techs.
Yeah, I think they're using a lot, obviously, to project, but I think it's a lot of it's just gut diaphragm, like being able to project.
You'll hear those dudes that go, and I'm like, whoa, it doesn't even sound.
Yeah. We were just talking about it with Alex Terrible from Slaughter to Prevail, because he's
always doing all that.
Because he's like a vocal guy, 100% with all the guttural, like all the lows and stuff. And I was when I was on my hike recently, and there was bears around. I was like, imagine like if I could do that. Because you know how like when they say like a bear comes around and you're supposed to be like, hey bear,
you're supposed to be.
Imagine if you were just like, brr, like to the fucking bear, dude. Like I was told a story about a hiker that was in the woods and he ran across a grizzly, and he fucking yelled, like not like that, but deep tone, like fucking screamed at the grizzly, and the grizzly ran off and shit himself. Like you could see the grizzly shitting himself when he ran off.
Wow.
So like, I mean, yeah, they're
super metal, bro. That's
fucking hella metal, dude.
I just watched. Funny you're talking about. You're talking about the bears. I just watched. Nature is metal, where it shows like. So there was a grizzly that was eating a black bear.
Yeah, I saw that.
Tore that black bear to shreds, bro.
Yeah, I saw that.
And I'm like, damn, bro, that's massive stuff right there. Yeah, that's the king. That's the king.
Let's see here. Yeah, dude. Let me see. Let's play a song and take a break real quick.
All right.
I'll clean this shit up. I spilt all my fucking Celsius all over. This fucking it doesn't matter what I do. That the Celsius always explodes. Did it explode on you when you opened yours?
No,
a little bit?
No.
You opened it slowly?
Actually, I did the tap on the top.
Oh, you did.
And it goes down.
Yeah, I got to do that. All right, let's listen to some tunes real quick. What do you want to put
on? They're Death Tape. Death Tape.
Any song in particular?
It's right here on the whole shindig. Bro, that my work.
Okay.
I mean, we'll keep it without going too into detail, but we can talk about it without mentioning names or anything.
Yeah.
She's dating, so her and this dude at work are hooking up.
Okay.
The dude lives with his girlfriend. She's pregnant. She's about to have a kid like any day now. And like they're hooking up at work and they hang out after work and stuff. And like she's sitting, I'm over there, doing my thing at work, closing out, doing my silverware, doing my closing little thing. And she's like, oh, I'm gonna be dead the day that baby's born. And I'm like, dude, check this out. I was like, me being like a dad and like whatever, I was like, I don't think and not to get super deep right now, I don't know where I went with this, but like I really, really, really threw some shame and guilt at her, which just wasn't the nicest thing, but I was like, you really need to think about what you're doing right now. She's basically, being a home wrecker. This dude's his baby's due June 1st.
Damn.
And they're about to buy a house together. And this chick's like super gung-ho on this guy that's like, and she's like, I don't know, I wish it would work between me and him. And I'm like, but it's not. He has a kid, or he's about to have a kid any day now, and he's about to buy a house with it. It just like blows my mind. I don't know where my brain was going with that, but I'm like, dude, but only because you know her. Remember how Homeboy was talking? Yeah.
Damn. R.I.P.
The T.
All right, let's take a break. Let's listen to, I got Indifferent, Intimacy, Binary Love,
right
Back
here.
It Up, Sick. They do a Slipknot.
Binary Love. I think they do a few
Slipknot covers?
Yeah, I think they do. Right. I got POD, Southtown.
You want something
indifferent?
Okay, I'm gonna put on some indifferent. We're gonna take a break. This is called Death. This is Death Tape with Indifferent. All right.
Is it the vocal video or is it the actual?
No, we're
video?
gonna take a break real quick. Okay. So here we go. Indifferent.
All right.
Damn, dude. Hold on. Let me get in. We back. Yeah, dude. Yeah, bro. I've just been hearing. I kind of talked to a couple dudes, and I'm like, the dating thing. I'm so glad I'm not in that game, bro. Like, it's just so fucking. It sounds horrendous, dude. Like, it's the same thing that kind of you were talking about earlier. He was like, yeah, I have like a friend. He's like single, and he is like, they'll text, they'll go on these dating sites or they'll text each other for a little bit. And he's like, man, this is like really cool. Like, dang. And then they'll just like straight fucking bail. Like, It's
Ghost.
weird.
Ghost.
It's strange.
And
he was just, it was like the same thing.
You can't keep, it's the intention. No one has any intention at all.
Well, they're like, I feel like when I hear about it, I'm like, I'm trying to and then I watch like so much content, and I'm like, I watch a lot of podcasts, and sometimes it leads me down a rabbit hole of watching for me, like I watch Red Bar, let's say, and he goes on, talks about like these people that are on this like dating, like on a dating thing. Like it's like a show called like First Date, and it's like some girl talking to some dude, and they're just talking about like the whole thing. And I just think it's a different vibe now in a scenario. And I think that they're being told, like we're fed a certain amount of information about like what's going on everywhere. And so we're like, ooh, everybody's like, ooh, red flag this, red flag that, and this and that, and all this shit. And I think, on the other side of things, like women are, I don't know if they're looking for like buzzwords or red flags, but I think that that's like a thing with them. They're like, oh, red flag. Like he texted me 3 times or something. And they're like, beep, no, cut it off. And I think that they're just they're watching their content. Like we don't know really what their content is because we're not watching like what they're seeing. Our things are all tailored to like dude shit, deathcore, and like fucking, all this other stuff. And they're like, they're watching their content that's feeding them like how you should act in this scenario. Yeah. And like everybody takes all this shit and makes it their own personality. I mean, look at me in Red Bar, dude. I mean, I just stole the entire thing, but I'm just saying from that perspective, like everybody's fed their own content for the majority and what to watch out for. 10 things you should watch out when a guy does this or when a guy, and so it's like, it's not even a real interaction anymore. Or maybe it's a fast track to cut off people that maybe you aren't interested in. And it's just like this weird.
Well, I think a lot of it has to do with just how like everyone's so quick to avoid confrontation and to avoid like, they can't deal with like, oh, hey, I'm going to explain to you for the next 3 minutes why I'm not attracted to you. Or I'm going to tell you, I watched one today where this chick was like, she was a bigger chick and she was like, I'm going on a date. I'm doing the makeup. It's actually, I hope it's going to be a good date. I'm doing my actual makeup. And the guy's like, all right. So boom, pans back. She's like, all right, well, I guess I went on the date. It lasted 2 minutes. He walked up. We walked inside. He asked if we could go back outside. I walked outside and he said, you know what? It's just not for me, and walked away. And that's what it's like to date a fat chick. She's like, that's what it's like dating being fat. And I was like, whoa. Like, first of all, I already know what happened because I'm in that situation now where you start to get the shoulder shots, and the reality of the situation is that the girl's not super comfortable with taking those, shots down below, But if you ask shots down below, you ask those questions like, hey, can I get a body shot? I noticed that all your shots, you know what I mean? If the guy's an asshole, the guy's an asshole. But at the same time, if you're making it out to be, and this is another thing, if we're going to talk about anything else about this, is the filters, bro.
Yeah.
I've gone on 2 dates recently. That's it. Every time I've met up with the girl, it is nothing. Here I go again.
It's nothing like
nothing.
Fucking nothing. You should say that, dude. It looks nothing like it.
It looks nothing like you. But it looks nothing like him, and it sucks, dude. What if I was a creep, and what if I was a weirdo, and what if I was like that? Really, legitimately upset me. And you're going to come meet me at a random place, and when I see you, and then they start asking the questions, then they're like, when I start talking about the date, all the horrors of being on a date, like, oh man, it sucks. Oh my God. Yeah. And I'm like, yeah, man, the filters. And then they're stopping. They're like, oh yeah, by the way, do I look like my photos? And I'm trying to be nice. And I'm like, yeah.
Yeah, I could totally see that being a question. Yeah. That's a rude question to ask when you know damn fucking well that you did the shot on purpose. Then you filtered it like a motherfucker. Yeah. And then you have all the makeup on, and then just to justify everything that she's saying because she feels insecure about it after she says it, she goes, by the way, my first 2 photos there was no filter on it. And then when you look at the photos, like, no, you definitely have a filter
filter on every single one of these photos.
You either got a filter on it or you're just caked up with makeup, dude. Not caked up, but like caked up with makeup.
Well, I would take both.
But yeah, dude, I totally. It's a strange time. You're like, oh damn, you AI'd this shit.
Yeah.
Fucking AI this pussy.
Yep.
Yeah, dude.
Put the whole slammed on. And the thing is you don't have to do your makeup no more. You can just get a filter and go shkabish. And then girls post like, oh no photo or no makeup photo, no filter, raw filter. And like the filter's called like raw filter.
Yeah, never mind all the Botox and lip injections and all this other shit. And hey, speaking of which, and I don't mean to sit here and just bash on this shit, but like, I'm going to say this, and this is my honest opinion about it. Stop putting all that shit in your fucking lips. You look dumb as fuck. You look stupid. You didn't have any lips to begin with, and that's okay, dude. That's okay. Nobody gives a fuck that much. And so when you don't have the skin for the lips, you look like all the shit that you do have under here is just being forced out of your face, and you look like a fucking stupid moron. Stop with the shit. It's not that serious. And I'm tired of like this whole fucking body. Like, well, that's not what we're told, dude. You know what is the best? Be your whole fucking self at any points in time. Be yourself. And as I'm up here with a hat and sunglasses.
Yeah, and your lip injections.
And my lip injections are all fucking nasty.
Yes, I have veneers.
I gave my cousin head. Gave my cousin head.
Dick's Lexi.
Dick's Lexi. No, for real, dude. It looks fucking stupid. I'm not lying. Like it's not. Every time I see that, I'm just like, you look like a fucking moron. I don't care. And
the thing is it goes back. Like, we all want to be liked. We all want to be something, whatever. But take outside the mind of what you see, and you were talking about right now, watching their For You and what they watch. Everything that they probably watch has to do with lip injections and how to look prettier and how to de-age all that. You know, how to de-age yourself. And you're just trickling down a path. Someone's going to like you and the person that's going to like you for you being barely just who you are is the person you're going to end up being with.
Yeah, dude. Yeah. Shout out, dude. One more thing, just to make you aware as well. I had this conversation, and this is before you were, this is as you were doing your sabbatical. I had this conversation with somebody, and she was telling me that these hoes got forums that they go on, and they are, like, if you're on Tinder or dating apps, she's saying there's like, for one, she's saying that a lot of the times there's a group of girls that follow, like that are communicating about like Tinder dudes. Okay. Like they'll be like, I went on a date with him. Oh, you know what I mean? And this is it, blah, blah, blah. And blah, blah, and they'll all fucking talk. Like, it's a real thing, apparently. Like they all like look out for each other, like girl code shit, which is like, whatever. But she also told me that they will sometimes, this is real. I'm not lying. I'm not making this up, because how would I fucking know?
Yeah.
But she said they will sometimes seek out men that are married, that are creeping, and they will fuck these guys. Basically, and they will fucking blackmail them.
Wow.
Like you'll get blackmailed. Okay. I mean, not. I mean, you're not a scumbag. Neither am I. So we don't have nothing to worry about. But I'm just saying. Yeah. For the guys out there in the dating game, especially guys like you were talking about, some of these motherfuckers are talking, and some of them are trying to get in them pocket. And it's whatever. Maybe you don't have a bunch of money in the bank, but I mean, imagine the lengths that you would go to not have somebody that you're involved with, buying a house with, having a kid with, all this shit plans. Imagine the lengths that you would go to not have that person find out that you're a fucking scumbag.
I got $20 in my tip bag right now. So
20 bones. But I'm just saying, like, it's fucking crazy, and you also aren't tied down to anybody in the dating game, so it's like it's no sweat off.
I don't have anything to really worry about. But and then remember the girl that used to take old dudes on Tinder dates, and she went to Mexico and she ended up drugging that dude. No, you didn't hear about that, bro?
No.
Oh my.
Sounds like Cardi B shit.
Well, no. So basically, this chick was on dating websites. She met this. It was the where do you find the sugar daddies? It was it was like Tinder, but for sugar daddies. And she's from Mexico. She would come out to America and then go on these dates and then convince the guy to come back to Mexico. What she would do is she would drug him and then go take him back to Mexico and spend all of his money. And one of the dudes, while he was incapacitated in a hotel, actually died.
Damn.
So they extradited her back to. She's now doing time. I'm sure we could do the research and find, but it was a huge thing. So now, not only do you have women that are blackmailing married men, which they should be doing that. No guy should be doing that anyways. That's trash right there. But not only do you have that, you have the Tinder swindler that's basically taking guys across and spending all their money and killing them.
But I mean, I watched documentaries where dudes are fucking dudes will do the same thing with like these weird like MILF ladies too that have money, and they'll be like, I'm in trouble. Like the Tinder swindler was like, I'm in trouble. I'm famous, or he had a lot of money. He's pretended to have a lot of money, but he was really just like living off of all these women and like paying for flights for like, and just like that's how he was kind of building his weird little empire. It's like a pyramid fucking scheme, but it was like with women. It's like, oh, I convince her to do this and send me this money because I tell her I'm in danger, but I use that money to get another girl out here but you know what it really is at the end of the day, some of these women, when I saw it, I'm like, you just wanted a rich guy to take care of you and you had a little bit of money, but you wanted somebody that had more money than you. You know what I mean? Because that's what a lot of it's about. All these famous Instagram people making tons of money, all these famous people, or all these rich people, and all these people see this and they want that. Yeah. Like these single MILF ladies that got a divorce and got, $500,000 out of the divorce. That's not enough money for them because it doesn't fuel their fucking
they start
whole
thinking about
lifestyle.
Like what's going to be the next thing and how quick. And it's a lot of the younger mind that, we're going to do a podcast and make it.
Yeah. Yeah, dude. I mean, me. I ain't trying to. We over here talking about Tinder swindlers.
No, we're just talking, and we happen to have a setup. So, what better yet than to?
But yeah, dude. What's it called? Yeah, it's a fucking weird. It's a weird game. I'm so glad I don't have to be involved in any of that. Yeah.
You got to spend horrible. 5 days with your significant other, which was cool. How many days did you spend out there? 5, 6?
Yeah, well, we did Wednesday to Sunday, but Wednesday was travel. Sunday was pretty much travel too.
Okay. Did you guys, you mentioned you want to do research about like where you were at and like what went out there? Were you on like any Badlands or like?
I mean, isn't it all though? Like in those areas where
we don't
tribes
know. That's
were,
why we need to...
Mogollon. I mean, there's Mogollon people out there, but I mean, even like we're watching American Primeval right now, and it's all about like the 1800s and how fucking crazy. And every time that I'm out in these areas of the canyons and backpacking, I'm just like so interested in like what was going on in these places, in the 1800s, 1850s, because like it was the Wild West. This show is about, and I did a little more research, not a lot. Actually, it wasn't really research. I was talking to somebody that knew a lot about it before I started watching American Primeval. We were talking about, because we went to Pete's Fish and Chips, and he was talking about Mormon folks that owned it, of course, and he knew that he knows the family of this place. If you guys obviously don't know, you're not local, Pete's Fish and Chips, shout out. They've been around for ages.
Long time, cash only.
Fucking delicious, cash only. No bills over 50 or 100. But he was just talking about the Mormons, and he was pointing out all these places that the Mormons owned in downtown Mesa and all this stuff. And it's interesting because I started watching American Primeval, and it's about, so I didn't know at this time, and I didn't even say in the show, but when we talked about it before I started watching the show, he was talking about how back in the 1800s, the Mormons were actually like being persecuted, like for their beliefs and their religion, like Christians, and like the government was like, fuck them, fuck these people. In Missouri, that's where they were on that side of the country. And in Missouri, they even wrote a fucking declaration, a new thing to kill them. Like they were like, if you can kill a Mormon, it's not against the law. Like we actually encourage like the Mormon extermination fucking act, basically. And so that's why the Mormons moved to the fucking started going southwest into Utah, because it was the fucking Wild West out there. And so they're setting up shop there. So now I'm watching this show, and that's kind of like, it's like native tribes the United States government and the Mormons like all fucking fighting each other basically for land because Brigham Young is there trying to like.
What is this on?
It's on Netflix, dude.
I have to check it out.
It's really fucking cool. And then just some of those native tribes, bro, the Shoshones in there, dude. They're just like savage fucking warriors, bro.
Yeah.
Like they're just badass motherfuckers. But then you got the fucking United States military up in that shit. Shout out to Cavalry, dude.
They have their own level of crazy.
Yeah, so like everybody's just kind of fighting for land, and these people are just trying to. They're pretty extreme, obviously, with the beliefs and stuff like that, and it's super new. So yeah, it's a fucking wild. It's a wild ass show. But that stuff was going on all over the Southwest, obviously, and they're just like. You know, the Mormons are trying to settle and shit like that. Mormons is fucking interesting, dude. Those guys really, really got their shit together, bro. Like if the end of the world apocalypse happens, those people are fucking running the game. They got a lot of money. They got a lot of influence.
They have a lot of, I think that with using the word lightly, but it's for a cult-like type following. And I say that in like just a hashtag term as far as like, you know, like I think that they are so well organized, and you mentioned it, they have so many connections, and then we don't even really know the connections that they have through government-wise, you know, because a lot of times Mormons, they don't really claim it. It's not something that they claim.
They're so low-key, dude.
They're very low-key.
And that's the craziest thing, too, is that they're so fucking low-key, don't even know. And I've heard things of, like, the CIA really liking to hire Mormons because they don't drink, they don't partake in like they're not supposed to. So, but like, guy from Brigham Young fucking gets out of college, and they're like hiring you right out of college before you can like start a family. Obviously, because that's a big part of their religion too, is starting a huge family. But they like recruit fucking people, Mormons, like you know, out of college. I heard too. So I think they got a lot of influence. Just smart people, dude. Stockpile food, stockpile ammo, fucking pay tithings, and fucking just rock it, dude. And they own everything here. You know what I mean? I'm not sure. And it's interesting too. So my grandfather, my great grandfather was arrested a long time ago. You know, back in the day, he was like picking out here. You know, he's a traveler. And he's, you know, picking fucking, you know, whatever they had the Mexicans picking at the time. And he got a DUI in Arizona. And that's like that's basically I wouldn't probably exist. This dude got a DUI and went to court, right? And he got stuck in Arizona because guess what the court told him at the time in Arizona? You're
not allowed to leave Arizona.
No, they said you can go to jail or you can convert to Mormonism.
Oh, wow.
And so he was like, you know, and, you know, Mexicans, we're like, fucking, nah, dude, we're all Catholic type shit. He was like, nah, that sounds weird. And he did time in jail and then got stuck here. And that's when like my fucking whole family, family tree started basically off fucking DUI. And, which trying
to extort you.
So, like, but they were, so that puts things in perspective too, of like how they were converting people as well, like a part of their thing. And then I was told, you know, the property up north, you know, you see Sholo built up really well. And then I started like talking a little bit about history with like some of the old heads, and they were like, yeah, like, you know, our area is desolate. There's nothing out there. It's a whole fucking town with nothing. And so they were basically saying like, you see Sholo, how it's all built up and has all these things and like all these, you know, it's like nicer. You can go get a steak. You can go to the casino. It's like all this shit. Well, then you see a place like where we had, and there's just nothing out there. And they were like, this is because back in the day, the Mormons fucking ran through this shit. And they were basically like, we will dump money into this place for, you know, but we're going to settle here and we're going to do this and that. And people, you know, a place that didn't have anything going on. Some of them were like, damn, this sounds like a fucking good deal. You could set up a shop here. And then, so all that place like flourished with tons of Mormon influence and money. But then the places that were like, nah, nothing there. Like just bled them out basically. And there's just nothing there except for land, and, you know, people held on to it. But I mean, the influence is just,
how long have you guys had that land?
Probably like, I think it's been like almost over a decade now.
Okay.
Yeah. You've been there. It's pretty cool. It's just like by itself. But
have you guys, other than what was out there whenever we went, I know that there was
some containers and stuff.
Containers.
Yeah, they're building it.
Oh, okay.
They're still in the process.
Nice.
But yeah, man, it's pretty cool though. But Yeah, dude. So let me see here. Let's watch this.
You see it down there? You talking about that right there?
Yeah, let's watch this real quick. This is one of the shorts from earlier. Crazy guy, right?
Yeah. And his theatrics only get.
Dope. Yeah, dude, that's that band's fucking cool, man. I can't wait to like
pretty cool.
Hear some more stuff. Let me see here. Let's do the Weezer thing. So a couple of weeks ago, the bassist of Weezer, his wife got fucking shot by LAPD.
Shot and killed, or just shot?
No, shot. She took it like a fucking champ. Which, let's watch the video, but then I'll tell you kind of what I think, because I think it was a mixture of things. I think there was a lot of chaos going on, because I guess the call started because there was 3 dudes, black guys. Okay, they were running around in this LA neighborhood, and I think they jacked a car, and then they ended up in this LA neighborhood, and I think they were armed, and they were running through houses, because I don't know if they were getting chased, but they were running through people's backyards in this LA community.
Just sounds extremely chaotic as far as.
And so now you have the cops, all of LAPD, all these departments responding, and then you have a helicopter, and it's just super chaotic. So I guess the bass player's wife was at the house. I don't think he was there, and she fucking comes out with a gun. Like, she comes out because something weird's going on. I don't know if she heard stuff.
I don't know if happened to be in front of the house.
And they were already like but it's weird. Like, the yards are big and there's big fences, and the cops are like trying to hop and see like over these like privacy fences and stuff. And so they see her, and she comes out with a gun, and she's just like fucking walking around with this Glock. And they start yelling, and they're like, "Put down the gun," because she doesn't match the description. They start calling her a suspect, like in the calls, which I think is just a part of the chaos.
Yeah.
Because they see a woman with a gun. But
wait, how many other people are calling? Hey, by the way, there's somebody running through my house. Is it a guy or female?
They know it's
all the
3 black
information.
dudes. And
Okay.
this is a white lady coming out with
Not
a fucking
black hair,
Glock
but
in her
black
own,
dudes.
at her own house. Yeah. And not the emo guys. Not the black metal guys. Real black guys.
Yeah, real black
but
guys.
so she comes out with the Glock. They start announcing themselves, but it's kind of far. There's choppers, there's yelling, because there's different departments that can't communicate with each other because they're not on the same band. They're not on the same band radio or bandwidth or whatever. So it's just fucking chaos. And so at one point, though, they're like, "Put down your gun, put down your gun." And she's like, "Put down your fucking gun." And she racks her fucking gun, and a shot is fired, and they just fucking bap, 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 bap. And they just fucking shoot her.
She goes right down. I must watch
no,
it.
bro. Let's watch it.
And since we're already on this,
Ma'am, we're trying to help you. Ma'am, put the gun down.
Body cam footage captured the moment that police warned a true crime writer and the wife of a Weezer band member to put down a weapon she was apparently holding in her backyard. By the end of the footage,
and a Weezer shirt on?
My first, exactly.
What?
Got shot with a Weezer shirt. But what do you notice about this? Tell me what you notice, and just from what I've told you.
The walker.
I know, but off the jump. Watch.
Member to put down.
Watch her.
She's on medication, bro.
100 fucking.
Yeah, 100,000%.
Hold on, shit. Okay.
Down the weapon she was apparently.
Look at that. Look at that death stare. Yeah,
Bro.
that's aimless, bro. There's nothing going on there. Like she's on a mission.
I think she's under the influence.
Yeah, she's
heavy.
under something. Under something.
In her backyard. By the end of the footage, she has been shot, handcuffed, and accused of attempted murder. We're taking a closer look at the newly released video and what LAPD says happened.
Oh yeah,
Welcome
bro.
to Sidebar.
Whoa.
She's fucking cracked.
Whoa.
Bro, look at that, dude.
Yeah. Go back to that
normal.
stair.
The newly released video and what LAPD.
What is going on?
What is going on with you?
Like, you're not. First of all, why are you wearing a Weezer shirt? I mean, I understand your boy's in the band.
It's laundry day. Dude.
Yeah. Like,
dude.
And she does not, the photos and then that
says happened. Welcome to Sidebar.
Oh,
presented by Law
bro.
and
Did you see that
Crime.
neck roll?
Jesse Weber.
Dude, the
Did
neck.
you see that? She like does like this thing. Like, watch, hit play.
Yeah, no, I see.
LAPD says happened. Welcome to Sidebar.
That was some
presented by
demon
Law and
stuff,
Crime.
bro.
Jesse Weber.
Look at that.
Bro.
Well, it's been 3 weeks since Los Angeles police officers confronted a woman in her backyard telling her to put down the handgun that she was apparently holding. And that woman was identified as Jillian Schreiner, also known as Jillian Lauren.
Yeah,
Okay,
I
look
guess
at
he went
this
on, left
setup.
on the other side on Eagle Vista.
Eagle Vista.
What does he look like?
Black shorts, white top, blue shorts.
I would be like, black what? Black what? Black shorts? Or black shorts white? I don't get it. Let's hear.
Black shorts, white top, blue shorts.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah, the black hair.
38 is requesting a unit on Eagle Vista 1 east of Waldo.
Okay, so that's...
Yeah.
Being diagnosed mortgages, they are.
I don't talk about anything.
The officers follow a state trooper up to the house and into the backyard.
Can one of you back me go? He wants us to. Hey.
All right, here we go.
This is not the house right over. Yeah. I say we just go in there. Because he's in there.
First of all, blue, don't say that to identify yourself as a cop. Say fucking LAPD or sheriff count, whatever the fuck, California fucking sheriffs or whatever you guys.
Just want to respond over there. He will miss out all day. He will come out there. Switch over to one of the Claymores channels, the mutual aid channels, so that you guys all talking on the same frequency.
All right, so to talk about what happens next, I want to bring in California Police Sergeant Kyle.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
In that.
This guy makes some pretty decent points.
Got to just slow things down.
Here's the suspects
yards.
right here.
I'm sure they could be hiding in. It's a daunting task to be able to clear all those yards. I mean, no stone goes unturned when you're looking for somebody. So you got terrain that
don't really come out of her home, walk around what we believe
Can't even
is the front.
see it.
She's
You
swaying.
can see Jillian Schreiner come out of her home, walk around what we believe is the front yard, and she appears to be holding a handgun down at her side, which police say is a Glock. And at one point, she appears to look up, possibly at the helicopter that's hovering somewhere over her house. And in the body cam video, you can hear how loud that chopper is. And Schreiner looks confused as she tries to figure out what's going on.
Yeah.
So she appears to walk around the side of the house and down a couple steps to the back where a fence separates her yard from her neighbors. And that is where multiple officers are staged
definitely
in their
high,
search for the
drunk.
suspects.
She's
So
drunk.
before we jump back into the police body cam, Kyle, first part I have to mention.
Crazy, dude. Let's see here. So here she is again.
Okay.
And then here's the interaction.
Put the gun down.
What?
Hey, hold the frequency. We got I have an armed resident
Hey, put the gun down. Put it down. Put it down on the ground. Put it down on the ground.
Can I help call for a 450 female with a gun? We'll be behind the residence.
Lay the gun down.
Lay the gun down!
We got one at gunpoint, got an armed suspect. Shoot up. Man, put the gun down.
Put the gun
Put
down!
the gun down.
She's walking away.
Party's walking in the other direction.
Yeah.
She's armed.
Long gray shirt, black hair, black pants. Get your gun in her hand.
put the gun down! Yeah, she lifts that gun. Matt, put the gun down, okay?
She's gonna rack it.
Hey, you have cover?
Yeah.
Do you have visual of her? Yeah, I can't see her right now. The gun's not up. Yeah, we're trying to help you. Matt, put the gun down. Come on.
That's pretty clear. Even with the chop, I'm not there, but
You're gonna get shot. You're getting shot. It's the police. Drop the gun. Drop the gun.
We have one at gunpoint. They were armed with the gun. Put the gun down! Hey, what is she? I can't see from. What is she doing right now?
Pointed it.
Hey,
That's when she just lifted it up.
she left it. Get down.
damn. Just fucking going at it, dude.
Wow. Okay, so now
So she
we
gets-
actually have a
she
different
gets
peek, a
smashed.
different angle.
So did they have an angle of her getting hit?
Yeah, they
with-
show
All right,
it.
Kyle. Fire.
And understandably yourself,
Oh,
and let everybody description. Sure, they were hard fires out
Get to this later.
She doesn't even look like the same person, bro.
Specs.
no,
for
it's
property
weird.
and for
Why do
her
they
to
keep
immediately
showing
go
like
back
this-
and
Instagram filters,
Yeah,
bro. Not even
filters.
looking close to
Yeah.
how you're fucking walking around on benzodiazepines all day,
Yeah.
drinking.
Yep. With the sway and the
Right,
neck,
or
the
at
neck
least-
girdle.
not really do that, but there could
Look at her, look at that sway. Rawr.
I have a few more. There's a look and
Let's see this here.
Wait.
I want to find this where they shot her. That camera.
for reason, according to police, shot. Multiple officers returned fire. Police
Racking a
say
gun, pointing
she
it.
herself was shot,
Boom,
though
she
she
lifted up.
appears to look
She's
remarkably
shot right
calm.
there. And the only way you could like walk like this after getting shot, it doesn't matter where you get shot. When you fucking have hot lead in you, like it's a completely, you're fucking done. Like it's sending your whole body into
she's
some kind of shock.
Definitely 100,000%. And I'm sure that people are already, or they've already, like, now that she's sober and in pain, you know what I mean?
Eyes like.
So she's already shot? Where'd she
She's
get?
shot in the shoulder somewhere.
Look at her, bro.
Something like, look at her eyes.
I mean, she does not even look like.
This eye's not even
Yeah.
open.
And look at that left side. It's like soulless, bro. They're talking about
by
people
the camera,
turning
maybe
into-
in shock. I don't know. But police say Schreiner went back inside her house, stayed there for around an hour. Another woman in the home, who the New York Post reports is the Schreiner's babysitter,
Why do you have a babysitter if you're home? That's who made the call when she went inside, is their babysitter. Why? Because you're too fucking drunk? You must have some mental
911,
issues.
and you can hear Schreiner in the background of that call.
Oh, there were 3 men. She says there were 3 men, and one of them shot her, and the cops are looking for him right now. They have their guns out, and, like, I don't know if they found him yet or not, but they told me to not look out the window.
No,
so.
actually, we shot you.
Yeah.
Okay, so he's not in your... Oh, okay. Okay, that's what happened, I guess. So...
Yeah.
Okay.
So you guys don't know where he went?
Okay, babe, just please breathe, okay? Okay, how long do you think until someone can be here?
Well, the officers are looking for this man. That's why I'm asking. If
The
you,
officers
do you know
are
where
looking
he
for
went?
him. Chill.
I have no idea where he went. Where was he when you got shot?
There are 3 men out at the other
Listen, there are 3 men out there. There's just 3 men.
They shot me.
at this fence here.
They were being involved. And also trying to
background back in this. So there's things that are not making sense
Same
to me
person.
in this whole thing, but nonetheless,
Filters.
the officers are up over
Lip
the fence. They're
injections.
trying to get her to drop the gun. She does
Makeup.
retreat back inside the
Okay.
house. And it's not has been shot entire day.
babysitter
On her arm.
were
She
arrested.
has a Weezer shirt.
Hey, she's shot. She's shot on her arm. Do you want to cuff her? You want me to cuff her? Okay.
Joe, they have any back number.
Now, thankfully, no officers or other bystanders. 9mm Glock that they recovered from the home, as well as a spent shell casing near the backyard. They also included photos of a wound to Schreiner's shoulder. Just too graphic, we're not going to show it here, but she was taken to a hospital to get checked out. She was booked in abstention. Thought that explanation of suspicion.
Let me see if there's any other good.
I know you heard about the Glendale shooting, right?
And Schreiner's.
What Glendale shooting?
Whoa, bro!
What happened?
Type in OSAHA event.
Okay, but this totally on drugs. Something.
Yeah, something.
Mental health issues. Drinking something.
She looked like a demon, bro. She looked like she was possessed, bro.
You want to hear what the husband said? Here he is.
Has not commented publicly about the shooting or her arrest. By the way, one of the suspects allegedly this possibly taking the time. As always, please subscribe.
The husband said something. Hold on.
Definitely provide arrest. By the way,
look at this.
Told the New York Post, she's all right. Thank you for asking. See you at Coachella.
Dude, he's done with her shit, dude.
Yeah.
He's done with all this shit. He wasn't even home.
Yeah.
He'd probably like, I'm not going to be here for this, dude.
No.
He's like, she's fine. I'll see you at fucking Coachella.
Yeah, Coachella, let's go. Oh my God.
That's brutal. That means
That's
like, I'm
brutal.
so done with this bitch.
Yeah.
I can't stand her fucking running around the house, hopped up, drinking all day, not taking care of the kid. I'm paying for a babysitter.
She saw her opportunity to go try to be reckless and ended up getting the ass into that one. She was ready. She walked out of there with that head roll, bro. She was ready to just murk.
She was fucking weird.
But who
I
knows
just think
what
like
she was seeing,
a normal person.
She thought she saw 3 black dudes shooting her.
Like if I knew something was going on, and you know me, I would just be in the house, and I'm like, this motherfucker better not come in my house. You can come in my backyard, jump the fence, but like you better not come in my house.
Yeah, but if you're inside the house, you can also you have cover. You
She's
have cover.
just fucking running
out
around
there.
And even if the guys, she had to rack her gun. So it's like, even if the guys were running around and wanted to kill her, like, what is she going to stop and rack her gun like that? She didn't know what she was doing.
She had no idea.
She had a firearm, and
I think those were hollow point too. Did you see those tips? I think those tips.
They were definitely killers. You know, because that's what they recommend at the gun shop. They're like, is this for self-defense? And then they give you these hollow points, and then you buy them.
Or you buy 10-gauge automatic.
Yeah.
10-gauge shotgun.
Oh, one more thing I wanted to show you. There was an epic meltdown here with one of these women comedians. And this kind of I don't mean to judge, but like, this is kind of what you're dealing with out there. Like, this is comedians have to deal with heckling all the time. And you think like at the base level, somebody goes, yeah, you're not funny. And then you have to have like a good comeback. That's what makes you a good comedian. You're out there saying crazy shit. Somebody's probably going to say it back. And it's just like, that's the beauty of comedy. You can, you're supposed to be able to come back quick.
Crowd work is a thing now. Yeah.
Right?
Crowd work is definitely a thing now.
This is Natalie Kumo, which I think is another person like this that, is probably on a lot of shit, but she's getting famous because I think people, the simps out there like think she's hot. And so she's kind of picking up some speed here, but check this out. I and this is the psychotic shit that you have to deal with in the dating world. Look at this.
Is our first time hanging out outside of the office?
Yeah, actually,
yeah. What? Wow.
So she's trying to do crowd work here. She's talking about 2 gay guys maybe, or like insinuating that they're gay. I don't know.
Whose idea was it? Oh my god, I love it! Okay, wait, what made you want to ask him?
Huh? Why are you making it sound like we're a couple?
Oh my god, don't get scared.
I was like, why are you making it sound like we're a couple?
What? Oh, it's not that. Wow, it's not that. Wow, look at you.
Yeah.
I could leave right now if I wanted.
I can roast you too. You can't just roast all of us and get nothing.
Whoa! I can roast you too. You can't just roast all of us. Right? Because she's like trying to insinuate that these dudes like me and you would go to a comedy show. How'd you guys meet? And then like then she's trying to turn it into something weird and make them uncomfortable.
Make a bit of it.
I see. So you were afraid because like you felt like I was saying you're gay.
I can take the mic if you want.
It's okay. He's your new friend. Yeah, I have plenty of material, but embarrassing for you. Let's move on. Small dick energy. Let's clap for him.
Small dick energy.
I will say this, like, it is such a hard time in this world right now. There's so many people that came together to be supportive and fucking amazing, and you're putting negative, no, fucking look me in the eyes, you're putting negative fucking energy out here. This is the last show of my fucking, look me in the fucking eye. This is the last show, no, look at me. It's the last show of my fucking weekend. It's a sold out show, and you want to say mean shit to me, okay? So don't fucking do that.
Oh, yeah. Damn, another crash out. She's luckily I didn't come up in there and fucking just start blasting, dude.
Fucking with the neck roll.
But like, can't with the neck roll, dude. But like, seriously, like, what the fuck is going on here?
That was a mediocre fucking freak out. I feel like she was like, damn,
fucking look at me.
Yeah, let me say something and
demons.
And she was thinking about it for too long, bro. She was like, what am I gonna say? And then she's like, you know what? Let me just get mad, you know. Just like, let me ghost this guy because he's 5'8".
Shout out Short Kings.
I'm actually 5'7", but in the dating apps,
on my ID it says 5'8" for sure, dude.
On my ID, I used to put, I didn't know I put 5'5" on my ID, and then actually, what's funny is I went on a date with a girl when I got out of my second sabbatical, and she was like, "You're not 5'5", by the way." I was like, "Oh, all right." I was like, "Okay," and she's like, "No, like I'm 5'6". She's like, "You're taller than me." So I've been putting on my ID that I was 5'5" up until I was like 30 years old. Bro.
Damn, dude! Shout out Short King.
So,
hey, that's a plus.
Yeah.
Hey, dude,
so,
she still hung out, and she thought you were 5'5",
yeah.
and then you got there, and you're just like, dude, I'm like basically 6 foot.
Well, it's like when I'm missing teeth, you know. Like, damn, I still kept a really decent girlfriend, and I had 2 missing teeth for like 3 years.
Damn, dude! Shout out, dude. We all got some missing teeth.
Yeah. Lip injections and missing teeth. Let's go.
Hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah. But yeah, bro, that's fucking crazy, dude.
Yeah.
Let me see here.
Como. All right.
Yeah, Natalie Como.
So now she's like viral from this, or?
I don't know. I think she was kind of starting to get there anyway. You know, all these comedians in this atmosphere that try to fuck each other. They start getting them on podcasts now and blah, blah, blah.
They want to pick them. Yeah.
Still trying to find the part where he said mean things to her. Full-blown mental breakdown is cheered by Simps. Alt title. She can roast others, but can't take it from others. A comedian with no sense of humor. Amazing. Yeah, dude. What a hack of a woman. Can't handle the heat, so stomps her feet and wants the person removed. Comedian? Yeah, right. Yeah, dude. There's so many Simps out there, too, dude.
Yeah.
I don't know what these guys are doing. I don't know what these guys are doing now. You should have seen when
calling them guys, which is they're not.
When I got into the argument with the Squella Grind, you should have seen the fucking Simps come out for Katarina, dude.
Oh yeah.
Oh my god, they were all over it, dude. They were all over it. Even I posted something. Okay, so there's a new hardcore or core version out there that I just made a thing, and it's called horrorcore. Or hookercore.
Okay.
It's all these new metalcore bands that are coming out
with girl.
But I like the front women.
Yeah.
But some of these new ones, they're getting weird. They're like dressing like prostitutes.
Yeah.
And then they're like talking about like, I'm not going to suck your dick.
Oh, yeah.
You know, what are you going to use me? And like all this weird shit.
Okay, wait. I saw one. Damn, that's
what are
crazy,
they called?
bro.
Are we watching the same reels?
Yeah. And it's like the vocals are on it. We probably are watching the same reels, but it shows the vocals and it's like very like where, she starts talking about, you know, inappropriate behavior in bed and intercourse and stuff like that. And the chick's like has her tits hanging out and
Like this?
Yeah. Yep.
Ballbuster. And they're on Slam Worldwide. Check this out.
Wow, that's such a original. Yeah, this is the one I watched.
Kind of slaps. Just a bitch to suck you off.
Sounds just like Carnifex. Almost the song I know.
Where is your fucking God?
Yeah. Not the chainsaw. Not the chainsaw.
I hate guys.
And the duct tape mouth. Come on.
Damn, dude, the new fucking
my God, the
hooker core.
The hooker core, horrorcore.
Yeah, so I was like, I can't get into like, I think it's the lyrics for me, and just I don't know if it's because I'm a dude and I just get offended, but like, because there's tons of fucking weird dude deathcore bands out there talking about raping and fucking
doing,
babies, and so it's like, I don't know, but this just. I don't really like this. I don't really like this. And everybody came out the fucking woodwork on it. No, so you don't like women fronted bands. That's their problem. Oh, guy doesn't like women. I'm like, dude, actually, I love Volatile Ways. I even shout out like Volatile Ways and Escuela Grind. I still like Escuela Grind as much as shit I talk about them, but like, I still like their music. They're dope. Yeah. Like, and then you got like Terminal Sleep. You got a bunch of bands that are front of Dying Wish. Like, come on now. Yeah. And but yeah, people are like, oh, this is the new shit right here, dude.
Yeah, I think that it's not bad. The horrorcore.
Is that too mean?
I mean,
I think they would like it.
I think that that type of band. I think they like that. Yeah,
I think they'd be like, dude, that's actually dope.
Yeah.
So I dubbed it. I'm going to coin the phrase. I'm actually going to copyright it tomorrow.
Yeah, I was going to say copyright.
Yeah, I'm going to coin it, copyright it, horrorcore, this band, and then what's that other band that everybody's raving about, like the same style? Not Lilith's Demise. This is Lilith's Demise, and the other one is, let me see right here. I got it right here. Give me a second. Got Tim Lambesis freaking out. Let me see. Oh, they removed my video of Tim Lambesis. Wow.
Off YouTube?
No, off of this deathcore page. I posted Tim Lambesis. I made a meme out of him when he's like smashing his head because he's like having a crash out. And I put like, oh, when you're showing your girlfriend your best Ultimate Warrior impression. And I posted it, and everybody was fucking loving that, commenting and sharing it. And then they just removed it.
Oh,
I don't know. It's because he's a fucking weird. I don't know. Somebody got upset. But Lilith's Demise, and gosh, who's this girl got on my ass about it? Who is it? Oh, right here. Not Enough Space. Not Enough Space is another band that's just like this.
There's one that I watched that was two girls screaming in the front.
That's not enough. That's not enough space.
Yeah,
that's not enough space.
Yeah.
And it's kind of the same kind of vibe,
Yeah.
And they do the same shit. But yeah, everybody jumped on that shit. There's even a girl on here going, I love these comments, dude. This girl, Emily Candia, says, I'm friends with NES. Not Enough Space. Have you heard of bands trying out popular sounds until they find their sound? They all started in a garage, LOL. And now they're blowing up and touring with big names. So clearly they're doing something right. And I'm like, I like to fucking, so at this point, I just like to mess with people. And I go, show me messages between you guys talking about friend stuff then. All bands start in a garage for the most part. She starts literally sending me screenshots of her talking to the singer of Not Enough Space. And they're not friends. All it is her like vibing, like oh, I like that book. And then they start talking about books. I'm like, that's not friends. That's just you like fangirling and getting in somebody's DM. That's like
trying to engage.
That's
with
like
somebody.
me hitting up Drosera and being like, dude, we mentioned you on the fucking pod, bro. And they're like, cool, dude. And I'm not going around and being like, dude, Jojo, I'm fucking friends with these guys. That's like what this is.
Yeah.
And it's fucking hilarious. Anyway, she sent me literally a bunch of screenshots of her like fangirl. I'm like, this is not your friend, dude.
Yeah.
Just like the guy from when I started talking about Peeling Flesh, like when Escuela Grind said that they were the heaviest band, there was a dude that's like, I'm fucking friends with Peeling Flesh, bro. And so like I went on his Instagram and he's like a wannabe slam guy, like playing bass and shit. And I looked at his friends or his followers and who he's following. So the only person that he knows is Michael Soto from Peeling Flesh. Shout out the guitar player. But he knows Michael Soto. And I'm like, okay, this is the only guy he knows in the band. I literally scoured his whole fucking followers and stuff. I'm like, this is the only guy that follows you from Peeling Flesh. Then I started looking at all his pictures. What's the thing that you do if I post something? You're my boy. What do you do if I post something?
You'll like it.
You'll like it.
Yeah.
You'll comment. You'll be like, crazy dude. That's cool.
Yeah.
Right? You could find Jojo all over my likes, okay? Because he's my boy. It doesn't matter. I can post dog shit and he's gonna be like, dude, it's great.
This shit's tight.
Yeah. So Michael Soto, guess what? He's not on any, he's not liking, he's not commenting. So I'm like, this is not your fucking friend, dude. I was like, my friends like all my shit. Yeah. He doesn't like even any of your slam shit. You think that he'd give you a like if he's your boy.
Yeah.
And this guy got mad, deleted his comments.
He deleted his comments.
Yeah. Or he blocked me or something. Anyway, but it's so fucking funny messing around on these deathcore pages, dude. People get their just panties in a bunch about everything. Panties, little.
I'm on the Arizona Hardcore, the one on Facebook.
Are they trolling on that thing too?
They troll a little bit, but it's too easy, bro. Because it's like Arizona Hardcore, whatever, and then a guy will post looking for a bass for a new band that's da-da-da-da. And then I go and check out the band and it's like not hardcore at all. It's like Nickelback metal or like Five Finger Death Punch metal.
Yeah, dude.
And I'm like, wait, dude, why is this on the hardcore page?
Then these deathcore pages, I fuck around online, but not like, I'm barely starting to get into like engagement shit, like talking to people or whatever, just to kind of like put the show out there. But like, I don't know shit that's like going on. So I'm on this deathcore page. And so the things that I'm posting, a lot of the things that I'm posting are getting like a lot of traction, like just comments, which is not a big deal, right? Like whatever, comments, likes, and all this shit. And it's engaging. And I try to like engage with people. If it's negative or positive, I fuck with them. So like I engage with them both. So like, a lot of the people are, because all these things are getting traction. I didn't know anything, but apparently like the more traction you get and the more conversations you start or what you post, like the quality, you get points. And the points aren't anything. They're just like a status. Like, and so I started getting all these points like really fast, and I never even looked at it until somebody was like, you're just saying like these popular bands like Slaughter and Lorna because you just want the community points. I'm like, what? I don't even know what these things are, but I don't tell them that. I'm just like, yeah, dude, I want a point. Fuck yeah, I want a point. And I just like mess with them, and it's hilarious. So like I have all these like community points now from all these engagements, but people are getting mad, and I'm noticing it's like I'm like getting into their space because they're like these top
they're the ones that
people.
are
And so but then I look at their posts and they're like posting shit about like Ronnie Radke, who's in the news all the time in the metal scene. He's like, for whatever bullshit that he's doing and his opinions. And he's like the most popular guy, and they're posting stuff about Ron. Dude, there was a post on the deathcore page going, okay guys, let's settle this. Nickelback or Creed? And I'm like, what does that have to do with anything? And if you're telling me I'm fishing for these dumbass points, like what the fuck is that? That's obviously a popular, stupid thing that you could, it's easy engagements because everybody's going to fuck around and be like, oh dude, yeah, Nickelback, Creed. And it's like, you're accusing me of this, but you're over here posting Nickelback and Ronnie Radke. Fuck
I feel
off.
like everyone just does that now. I think they're like, oh, let's take a shot at it and see what I can do.
Yeah,
what
yeah,
kind of
for
traction
sure.
I can get, especially if it's, everyone wants likes. Everyone wants community points, I guess, or whatever the fuck.
Whatever it is, dude, I want them.
But you got to follow the guidelines too. Mm-hmm. No black hair, only
black dudes.
Black
yeah,
dudes.
yeah, dude.
And
hey, my cousin, hey. All right, dude.
Dyslexic.
Dyslexic. It's all there. I'm gonna do. All right, dude. Let's wrap it up.
I know
I got P too. Let's wrap it up. If you can hold it for a second.
Yep.
We'll do the last
outro.
We'll do the last bit here.
Outro.
Let me see here. The outro. Let's do a.
You want to do a corn like the bullet one?
Want me to do some karaoke?
Yeah.
Some Deftones. Let me see if I can hit it.
Yeah. What song? What do we?
All right. Hold on, real quick. Let me. We're gonna. Yeah. Just give me a second. We're gonna get set up here.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Here we go. Let me. What do I want to do? Get this little juice in me real quick.
Okay.
Ooh. Straight to the head. Let's do this. What about a little cover? Let's do some Savory by the Deftones.
Oh, okay.
B-sides.
Good one.
All right.
That's a good one. I have that record in my house.
You have the record?
Yeah.
Like the
B-sides,
record?
the B-sides rarity. Yeah, B-sides and rarity record. I got that one, and I got all of them at the record store not too long ago. Actually, no, it was a while ago, actually.
All right, let's see here. I got to have the... damn, is this a good one? This is a good one? Yeah, this is right here. All right, I think I'm going to do it. Are you down?
Yeah.
All right, let's end the show. This is going to be a little bit of
karaoke.
Let's get a little bit of karaoke going on.
So karaoke actually is the French word. Actually, it's the Latin word for scream and shout. Did you know that?
Scream and shout?
Yep.
Karaoke?
No, I'm just kidding. I made that.
Oh, yeah. Hell yeah, dude. You're coming in hot, my boy.
That's the fun fact I tell my tables.
That's kind of.
They're like, oh my God.
You should just hit your tables with people will believe anything that you say.
Yeah.
They don't want to question anything.
Yeah.
All right, so let's hit Deftones. All right, you guys have a great night. This is a little bit of Deftones Savory. It's a cover from Jawbox, I think. All right, let's hit it up. Let's see what's going on here. You can hit it too if you want. Here we go.
Oh. Dude, this song is...
Hey angel, consider your position, framed to be consumed. Savory, savoring your sympathy. Hey angel, fly over and bless me. See you feign surprise, but I'm alright. You're all you need to be. Hey angel, whatever your position, we consider fit to put you in. Protest your complicity.
Nice. Fucking chopper.